not big on fighting these days, but I don't call the cops. And I'm not big on scrapping lately. When I start, I don't stop. I just need one more person to hate me. Talk that talk. One more problem might make me kill them all. I'm a heartbreaker, kicker. I'm a hot trigger, nasty words. I got 2 fingers for kissers. I'm a dirtbag, no good bastard. Look, it's no more Mr. Nice Guy, so go ahead and get mad. I'll show you how easy I turn a tough guy to a dead man. I ain't your buddy. Haters are obsessed fans. If we were buddies, trust I'd crack a bud just like a red can. Bedpan full of piss and vinegar. Head scan said that I'm not crazy, but I'm similar. Let's dance, lead hands, homie, you get slept fast. Trust me, you're a midget, I'm a monster. Every slap I throw is a finisher. I just need one more person.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to another live stream of the National Parks Tour. Today we're going to White Sands, New Mexico. No set, switching to 2 aircraft. It's about a 2-hour flight total. Pretty laid back, chill flight. We're going to be on autopilot most of the time. Just going to enjoy the wild scenery here. Actually, maybe won't be on autopilot. I'm having issues with my autopilot. There we go. No, I'm not having any issues with my autopilot on that. I'm having issues with there we go. Okay, it's working now. It's mad at me. My panel, I had it off. Yeah, I wish I could get it to work. I will totally unload the plane tomorrow and reload and do all that fun stuff tomorrow. See if we can't get it to work. Looks like we're just about ready to go. I saw somebody flash in and out. Oh, there's somebody right there. Another Navion. Man, I'm going to feel left out. If I'm not mistaken, the Navion's next week. Yeah, that's right. Navion's next week. Flight plan. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump right in the air. 1 notch of flaps. I do have the sound pack on here, which I love. It's only a couple of bucks on Orbix. It sounds so good. This is such a nice plane to fly. It's so easy. So many people have trained on it over the years. Yes, the Cam-Air 480 Twin Navion, long cross country with the now first aircraft to have the Navion WT in this sim for PMS and 57 is all been at for days. You know what? This is broke, I think. Oh no, it's working. Oh, that's okay. Never mind. Don't pay attention to me. I have no idea what I'm doing today. Evening, William Kelly. Quick shout out to Vruden. I don't see him in here, but he was coming along. I decided I'm taking the helicopter. I cannot run you guys. And we got Mr. Zenon hanging out. Mr. Sondale is flying along. Mr. Gammy Wombat's at work, but he's going to be chilling in chat, checking it out time to time. I'm going to set my autopilot to, what altitude are we at now? 4? I'm thinking probably about 8 ought to be good. And again, who the hell knows? There may be some mountains up here. Maybe only 6. Yeah, we'll go for 6 so we can see what's down here. If it looks like we got to raise it, we'll raise it. And then we're going west. We should probably be at 7 or 5. 7 for now. Airports. You had to ask me. Now that tell you in a minute. Let me just get this squared away. My altitude. Come on. You know you can do the altitude. There we go. Now we'll get to the airports. We're leaving KCNM, Kilo Charlie. I have no idea what N is. And Michael. Nickel Michael. That's the wrong one. I didn't update it again. Definitely the wrong one. And Kilo Adam Lima Michael is the landing zone where we'll be landing. So it's type that in. No, that's not right. That is not right. You can't hear me, right? It's K and M to. You kill me. KALM. I hate typing on this little keyboard. There's Mr. Gammy Wombat. Neanderthal, Nickel, Neo, Nike. Yeah, I forgot. It's been a rough couple of days. Yesterday really pissed me off. There's Cthulhu Head. Evening. Well, that and this flight was supposed to be yesterday. So there is that. And the power went out for almost 7 hours. What really sucks is I had a great flight with Mr. John Dale. We were flying to England. And we were flying great. Everything was going great. Oh, it wasn't going great. It started screwed up because I couldn't get the autopilot lost track, so I had to manually re-enter it. Got it working. Just coming in for landing and it didn't work right, and the entire system crashed the desktop. Everything. First thing that crashed was not the sim though. First thing that crashed was the Streamlabs crashed. Then the sim crashed. Then I got it all back up and running, just gonna start to redo the landing, and as I started landing, the power went out. So yesterday, that flight was fun, but it sucks when you get all the way to the end and can't land. I think I might have some kind of blue-green visual deficiency. Just not seeing things the way you should be. Oh, wow. There, my mixture's way off. I forget how touchy these are. The middle was great. The start and the end were horrible. Throw the PC out the window. I was so frustrated. So was I. So was I, Mr. Dale. So was I. Climbing at a maximum 600 feet a minute. We're just chilling. It's not going to be a rip around flight. Just a nice chill out. I don't even think I'm on the right nav line. I'm not. Why did you not pick up my nav? Where the hell do you think you are? The autopilot's not picking up nav? Why? What are you doing? It's just working on a heading hold. It's not picking up the nav. Bugger. Why are you doing this to me? Let's see if it picks back up on the line when it crosses it. Sorts itself out. If it doesn't, we'll just use the heading. It's not a big deal. It's not like we're screaming along. I'm working on a landscape and it looks worse despite more work. Time to go to black and white stuff. It said 4 minutes for 12 minutes. No, did you break mine by putting your thing on there? It's not you, it's me. Yeah, something's not right. Yeah, I can fly with heading. It's not a big deal. We're going to see if it corrects itself once it intercepts, but I doubt it's going to. It's not set on GPS for one reason. Why are you not set on GPS? Where are you? My setting for GPS on this particular 1000. I never use this one. Hey, you're getting to enjoy all the beautiful scenery looking at the dash zoomed in so my shitty eyes can see it. There it is. Yeah, it's on GPS now. If it picks it up or not. You had to go in and out. I'm at 7K dead center on the line. What airspeed? I am tickling 99 to 100. Right between the two. Yeah, well, I'm pretty damn close to the line. It wasn't picking up GPS a minute ago, so. Bush designer of the 48 Twin Navion, Microsoft will get more awards and bottles of champagnes. This would be well deserved. And there are people in the Microsoft store that should be banned for life. Yeah, like the C-130. C-130. Hello, Mr. Brett. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's GPS now because I didn't hit it down here. I forgot to set it. Well, let's see if it actually corrects itself once it gets there. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. I've been having issues today. It was an AI plane with your old 10. Oh, one day I was flying Sim 172 out of my old training area. And I see the plane I trained in flying around out there. It was like, what's going on? Yeah, the guy who built is a pretty decent guy. Yeah, we don't need those on. Where's my lights? Need those on. Everything else is good. Yeah, that should be on, regardless of where we're at. That should always be on. So, did everybody see the plane land on the helipad there at over in Dubai? At that big boat that looks like or that big motel that looks like a sailboat. Little Cubcrafters plane. Which is funny because I've seen people do it in the sim a long time ago. But I bet he can't land in the parking lot. Oh, shit. Where the hell did I land at the parking lot? I can't remember the name of the airport now. Lukla. Oh, I hope Mrs. Blaze is doing well. I hope she's good. New update had both GC and 750 mods built in. CDS mod and get good to go. Yeah, the 530. You know what? That's why I should have tried the 530 to see if that worked for me or if it was an issue. Yeah, it is good to know how to fly the plane. Doesn't look like it picked it up, though. 'Cause, 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 ' Either didn't pick it up or there's a hell of a crosswind, which is also a possibility. I am on live weather, live time. Circles are good. Better than triangles in Bermuda. I love this sound package. This thing sounds so good. That's probably why yours works and mine doesn't. You have some extra code. I'll have to look and see if I have the old mod in there, for one thing. This car just pushed it on the back a bit. Might be from hiking some this weekend. Oh wow, I didn't hear that. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear that. Oh, all is well. Oh, it's in the modders. Okay. Well, I don't know what the hell's going on. A couple little tidbits about White Sands National Park is entirely inside the White Sands missile range. It's completely inside the White Sands missile range. It is the only national park in the country that's routinely shut down for missile testing and weapons testing. It does get closed for that. The highway nearby, Highway 70, occasionally gets closed down. Very rarely, but occasionally will get closed down if there's some specific larger test going on. People do ride sleds and toboggans down the White Sands, snowboards as well. If you were to fly to White Sands Missile Range, you would be shot down. It is 100% no-fly zone all the time. Anything below 35,000 feet is considered to be able to be shot down. During test days, the ceiling goes to unlimited as far as no-fly. But you can drive to it. You can go hang out on the sands. The sands are gypsum. That's why they're white. Same shit that makes your sheetrock white. Or gypsum board, if you, that's what you call it where you're at. Oh yeah, yesterday's storm started late, lasted till this morning. Then it warmed up and like all the snow, we had probably close to 12 inches of snowfall, but by this morning it was packed down to regular 6 inches tops. That sand's got to be terrible on the respiratory system. I would imagine being powdered gypsum, it's probably not good for you. I know the gypsum mine up here, people have wear respirators constantly when they're around it, so. It was made into a national park in 2019. You sure your autopilot's working there, Gunner? You're quite a ways offline. Prior to that, it was a national historic site or whatever the hell they call it. It wasn't a full-blown national park. Next week we'll be using the what the hell aircraft? I forgot. We're going to be using the. I'll tell you in a second. We're going to be using the Navion. I know that. Get this out of the way next week. Oh, we're going to use the Twin Navion and then the Tiger Moth for the slow portion to chill out over the national park. It's not a very long flight with the Tiger Moth, and it involves a lot of climbing, which it doesn't do real well, so it's going to be a little bit challenging. So a little bit of fun there. The twin Navion to get from White Sands to the next park. And tomorrow night we got our around the world flight continuing. Ah. So we will be, like I said, we're doing the around the world flight tomorrow night. It'll be the last flight of the Velocity. And we'll get the debut of the aircraft the following week. We'll be in the new King Air, and Fast Scout Productions will be in chat for that. If Gunner wants to be in the chat for tomorrow, or next week when we run the Navion, he's more than welcome to. It's up to him. Oh, that's funny. It looked like I hit turbulence right as you went over. It looked like it buffeted me with your engine. That was like perfect timing. It looked just like I got buffeted by the wake turbulence. This flight plan looks a lot shorter than it is. It's actually almost 2 hours. This in real life does look like a typographical map. It's kind of cool. This massive airflow. Isn't that cool how it did that? It was like perfect. Went over and you see the whole plane bang, 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 bang. I hope they get that in there at some point. That'd be fun. Some of these busy ass airports trying to get out of. Oh, there was Reaper screaming in there. I wonder where he came from or what he was flying. I didn't see what he was flying, but he just went screaming by. There's Rudin back there in the helicopter. Wait a minute. The 150 gunner instead of B4 gunner? Ah, F-16. I didn't see it. I just saw a screen go by me. I don't have this 16, so it won't show up, unfortunately. At some point down the road, I should probably get the 16 and the 15 just so I have them, so I can see everybody. And I'd probably fly them. Oh, I should put them on my list of aircraft that need to be purchased at some point. There he is. Who else we got? We got Reaper. We got Mr. Dale's up there. Gunner's over there. Rudin's back there. And I don't know who 150 Gunner is. Probably not flying with us. Probably that one right there going. Oh, it's that one going the other direction. Check out my Discord message. I don't see any Discord messages. Oh, there it is. New CFD visualization. I wonder if it's the same as in dev mode. I don't know. They're cool to fly, especially low and fast. Yeah. The F-16s. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, he's interrupting the stream to show me these things that look pretty cool. Yeah, I see that visualizations. That'd be cool if it works. Man, there's some crazy turbulence out here right now. It's not showing while in flight. That stinks. Well, you'd think that's when you want it to show. I wonder what it looks like with the that one on with this crazy wind going, with this crazy turbulence. Oh, Icarus could finally join us to fly, and it was last night, and he flew it anyways without us. So he's already done the flight. I feel bad. We finally could have Icarus flying again, and he had a night to fly, and then poof, power goes out, and I can't fly. Look at the winds crisscrossing right there. That's nuts. That's why we're getting tossed around like crazy. The wind can't make up his mind. I'm not quite sure 7,000 is going to be enough. Doing a shimmy for fun? No, we're getting pounded. I'm not doing that. I am overstressed my engine a little bit, but I didn't notice. I forget this has a constant velocity prop on it. Off talk, I'm skipping your speed to stay at around 100, 110 DCS. KA50 Blackhawk Shark is currently on V3. I have version 1 and 2. Oh, I buy V3 over the end of March. It's $8 or 8 pounds. But after it's 19, I don't use it, but it would be better to get it at 50% lower price. And I'll need to pay in a few weeks. That falls under that whole, if you're not going to use it, that's my whole thing lately is, if I'm not going to use it, why am I buying it? But then again, I turned around and bought that stupid boat. So you're asking the wrong guy. I'm so pissed poor with money sometimes, as far as what's smart and what's not. I mean, I'm good with my finances, but making decisions like that, I'll be really good for a very long time, and then I'll go do something stupid like buy a whole bunch of stuff or buy a boat that I'll probably never use. I literally bought that just because nobody else had reviewed it. And when I asked around you guys if anybody tried one of the new boats, nobody spoke up. So, my worst thing was kitchen gadgets. I've had to tell myself I can't buy another kitchen gadget ever. Look at this plane get pounded. Holy crap. We just hit. It just, ugh. Look at that. Just got hit so hard with that wind. It just dogged the engine right out. That's nuts. But it is a desert. What do you get for used boat? Isn't it like 10 cents on the dollar? Yeah, a boat's a giant hole in the water you throw money into, you get rid of it. I like to say the two happiest days in a boat owner's life is the day he gets it and the day he gets rid of it. Yeah, they're a big loss on profits. You had that over Indonesia yesterday, very windy. Look at my altitude go bonkers now. I hit that updraft. I can't with the kitchen things. Some of them look like medieval torture devices. I still don't know what they do. Oh, I love kitchen gadgets. I mean, I love them. And I have to make sure I don't buy any. And what's really funny is I'm one of those weirdos that when I buy it, I use it a lot. Whoa! I may actually, for the sake of sanity, have to shut the weather down. I may very well have to take the live weather offline because this is just nuts. We'll see. Having a friend that has a boat, you're damn right. That's absolutely the truth. It doesn't cost you anything and you go out with them and have a good time and you don't have any of the maintenance bills. I gotta shut those lines off, they drive me bonkers. But it's just showing how bad things are out here. Now, kitchen gadgets are my one big vice. Looks like on the Cam Air 488 on this flight just now. Check it out after, it's awesome. KTVL is nuts flying into and out of recently, but great for spectacular flights. Hard work that make you feel great When you crack it, yeah. Oh, this is a pisser of a wind right now. Work boat's better than blind for you until you gotta get a new engine. Oh, if you can make the boat make money, that's a different story, but for pleasure boats, they're just usually cost you a fortune. That Reaper just peeled over the top. He's gonna go do some missile testing at White Sands. I'm surprised Discard hasn't got mad at you and said, "It's too large." Pleasure boat, pleasure sounds like people who don't own boats. Your stream didn't start. Oh, it's up and running good. I don't know what's up with that. I have a kayak. Started on the notebook, but it was muted. Oh, how odd. Must be the electronic gods are having a bad day. I opened that tab like 3 days ago. Oh shit, Sean. What the hell's wrong with this sim lately? Boat bust out another 1,000. That sucks, Mr. Sean. I think the electronics gods are pissed off at all of us tonight. Tell people come out here riding a lot. The roads, the off-road riding. That's probably a mine right there, like gold or silver mine, and the holding pools. He's in a 172. You can count on the header-powered thing that Da Vinci came up with. Very true. Very, very true. $172 fixed prop. You can't even adjust your prop. The only way you can eke more power out of it is get your mixture just right. That's about it right there. Do you agree with the electrical gods are crazy today? Arrived at my medical appointment and they had no record of you. Oh Jesus, that's not good. Oh, sorry, Mr. Plays, you don't exist. Actually, I don't know if I could be paid enough to take a work boat out anymore. Diesel's mad expensive, yeah. You should have asked him to look under Tony Stark. Well, you know, they had 5 arrived and only 3 spots. Oh, well, that's lovely. Someone needs to work on the planning. I hope they got you in. Oh, you got it a rebook, 7:30 Monday. That really sucks when they screw up like that. No, they was too busy, yeah, to see you. Well, I had a brilliant birthday yesterday. Oh, that's right, dude, it was your birthday. And I was all screwed up. I didn't know it was your birthday. We were flying. Happy birthday. Go to lunch with the wife, and we had a great lunch, followed by a nice view over the river. Print of the RF. Oh, awesome. It's got a squadron print for the Vulcan all framed up. That's freaking awesome, dude. Hey, man, everybody, happy birthday to Mr. Sean. He is an absolute freaking legend and supporter of so many people. Sorry, yesterday was a wash for me. Even though we spent the whole day, I didn't know. And that sucks. There gotta be a birthday freaking thing in here somewhere. Where is Bill? There's oh, there's one. There's one. Damn it! I hate this computer. Fuck this spam filter. I'll put in as many smileys as I want. Awesome Vulcan. Cool. Last year for my birthday, I got one of the coolest presents ever. My favorite one, no, my all-time favorite racetrack is Lime Rock Park. It's like the second oldest continuously running racetrack in the United States. And I had my party at the track because a lot of years my birthday falls on race weekend during the biggest race, and they gave me a print of the track that was original. It's a copy of the original architect drawing for what the track was going to look like. It's a copy of it, but still, it's cool as hell to have that all framed up and everything. Love it. More important things, Brett, to worry about, and I had to leave early anyways, but thank you all. So I don't install things on my C disk, yet somehow I have only 10% space. Yeah, don't you love that? And Windows updates don't clear themselves out after they download either, so you have to go in and manually remove the files. Just don't understand microshafts on that, thinking on that. Did I call it microshaft? Yeah, I probably did. So I call it most of the time. So I've been calling it that for so many years, I always forget that it's really not that. Sure, that guy's not flying with us. Yeah, and you got to empty your trash in several different places too. There's trash for there's hidden trash bins on each individual drive, so that can get wacky too. Yeah, Ruden's catching up quick now. In the 135 or the 45? I didn't see it. They think, yeah, we just clean up ourselves. Ah, we could just not. Why bother? Why bother writing the code for that? Yep. I don't think he has flight sim though. And you can, I actually force my cache to another drive. You can do that. So there's that. Same issues before Christmas last year, and I was able to treat myself to a new 2 terabyte NVMe drive, and it's made a huge difference. Mr. Gammy Wombat, good day, Brett, and happy birthday, Sean. And Mr. Gunner, wow, happy birthday. I got a spare 2 terabyte, but it's not solid state. One sitting around here somewhere. If not, I'll pull one out of the server. The spare server I've got. Oh, so you're on a laptop. You couldn't use my drive anyways. Laptop has a gimmick board, so I can't actually get a bigger work. Yeah, that sucks. I forget you're on a laptop. Otherwise, I'd give you one of these 2 terabyte jobs. Yeah, right. You realize I have... I'm running close to 70 terabytes between the 2 servers and what I have in the machine. I have 32 in each one of the servers, and then all the drives in the machine. And you're on a laptop. Ooh. So yeah, it's like, holy crap. I called ACES support a week after I got it and said, hey, oh, by the way, you should know. Yeah, don't you love it when they lock those things up so you can't put in different stuff? This is cool how it looks like a typographical map. Developing on a laptop. You do good work on a laptop. Fireblazer Man, don't know him either. I don't think he's actually flying with us, but that wind is nuts. So, I flew this thing in VR earlier. It's as good as the original, as real ones are. It's the only thing I have, other than my son's. But yeah, you bought him that nice computer at Christmas time. I was with you. We were online trying to. You were showing me the specs on it. He got a nice one. You got shit. Yeah, hopefully the Stealth will bring you enough money to buy a real one. No, I got 15 terabyte on my new PC and thought that was plenty. I started deleting old video recordings to free space. It's nuts how fast you go through it. As soon as you have it, you use it. That's the issue. Oh, I got this extra space, so now I don't have to throw that away. I can save that. Oh, I can save 5 copies of that. It doesn't matter. Oh, I got this movie in 2 different places. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. It's like, by the time you're done, it's like, shit, now that's full. Hey, Mr. Shondale got back in the swing of things here. I'm looking forward to that Stealth releasing. A lot of detail on that one. Yeah, well, I think you need to get either a QNAP or a MyCloud, your own personal cloud, with the striping and the. Why am I not seeing the helicopter Gruden? And I have the 135. Probably because I haven't flown it since the update. Hey, look, with the striping and mirroring, so that way, drive craps out, you just pull it out, throw another one in, it rebuilds it. That way you don't lose anything. My goodness, I was watching you guys. Oh, pass me up. Whoa! Can he get that to go that slow? Oh, jet. Oh! Can he recover? Is he going to get it under control in time? Yeah, he's got burners. They have all the mods saved too. That's cool though. That is very cool. I save so much shit. And I mean so much shit. When I first moved to this house, I took every single DVD I had, every single audiobook, be it on tape or CD, because this house is so small compared to anything I've ever lived in, that I digitized everything. I ripped every single movie, every single audiobook. I digitized everything and kept only books that I had that were autographed. They got rid of everything. But it took up huge drives after drive after drive. That's like a Labrador and Chihuahua. They're mating. I know. So apparently this was a giant ocean at one time. And then it drained and it lifted and it split, and then that exposed the white, and it, over the million years it busted up in the sand, and now it's white sands. Every time I make a video I have to delete it after I upload it. I think what I should start doing, so I remember, is as soon as I update an aircraft, I should load it in and fly it for 5 minutes so it picks it up. Each 4K Valen 1 hour recording takes over 15 gigabytes. Edited almost 20. Ugh. They'd become one again with global warming. One of the things neat that's about white sands that they found is some of the oldest footprints, fossilized footprints on this continent, and they found them alongside like giant sloth, ground sloth footprints. So it looked like they were hunting the sloth. So they think they were hunting sloths. I think maybe they were just petting him. I don't know. But some of the oldest footprints were found here. Started deleting your raw footage. Yeah. So I started a new channel so I'll store my videos on your PC. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. It kills me. I'm not going to be doing any more 4K videos in the near future. 20 gig. Humping? Did I say humping? No, I said petting. Hunting. They were supposed to be hunting. Hunting. Shooting them with bows and spears and hitting it with clubs or whatever the fuck. They aren't humping it. Of course, they might have been humping it. I don't know. Who knows what people did 10,000 years ago? Lord knows what the fuck they do now. I recently heard as an alternative to ladies' night, humpsters. Oh, I was way off. This isn't even Pennsylvania anymore. Good old Pennsylvania. This is live weather. Is it raining over there in the desert? Sure looks like it. You watch Let's Read too? No, I don't. I don't even know what it is. Paddle faster, I hear banjos. Squeal! Squeal! Oh my god. You know that kid didn't actually play the banjo. They had somebody sitting behind him that had his arms in his sleeves playing it for him. I don't even know where they found that kid. He's a creepy looking little bastard though. Hey, do you all know who the fuck's her name? The mayor that just got voted out. The hell's her name? Chicago Mayor Lightfoot. Lightfoot. Do you all know who Mayor Lightfoot is? Or the most of you know who she is, and if you don't, look her up. But tell me if I'm not wrong here, but doesn't she look like Beetlejuice and Gollum had a fucking baby? yeah, but she looks like a cross between Beetlejuice and Gollum. Doesn't she look like my precious? I keep getting for her to go, my precious. They took my precious. It was my office. Mine, I tell you, mine. But no, they took my precious. I want my precious back. She does. She looks like a human version of Beetlejuice and Gollum. I swear to God. Everybody from the U.S. that knows her knows what I'm saying. But the rest of you, look her up. You will understand what we're saying. Right ahead of us that we can't quite see is the actual White Sands Airport, which is in the town. Chicago residents finally pulled their heads out of their asses, orifices, well, whatever, same thing. I said that was a mistake. It looks like it's raining in the desert. Probably is. I have seen it rain when I lived out in the desert where it rains thunderstorms and the water doesn't actually get to the ground. That's kind of cool. It'll be a full-blown rainstorm. You see it coming down, but you can stand out there completely dry because it evaporates before it hits the ground. What else we got out here? I have no idea who that is. Look like everybody's passed me but Rudin. And I got it near the stops. You're still trying to figure out how to cook the Condoleezza rice. I was near Chinatown in Chinese New Year. I was actually not sure if it was firecrackers or gunfire. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch the weather up a little bit to a preset and switch the time back a little bit so we can actually see the national park. Sounds like a D's Nuts joke. Yeah, it does. Whoa, didn't like that. Calm winds. We're going to go with calm winds. There we go. So we can actually see the desert we're checking out. It was getting a little too cloudy and dark, and raining in the desert's not fun. And now I don't have to try to land in a 60-mile-an-hour crosswind. Now it's high thin desert clouds. It was raining. The funky thing when I lived in the northern desert, I was really close to the high Sierras. It was kind of neat. You could literally go outside and watch the clouds that made it over the Sierras just dissipate. You know, they hit the desert and they just disappear. Even they would evaporate. So you watch them come over the mountain and then they just go away. Desert's a strange place. And the one we have in the U.S. is freaking huge. Not as big as the one in Africa, but it still is huge. What do we got up there? Gunner. Son of G. Did we lose Sean again? There's Reaper. Oh, there's Reaper's just his shadow of his wings. Oh, there's the body of the aircraft. All the deep fakes, yeah, some of those were funny. The Minecraft one was hilarious. What do you got over there? Runway. That's definitely an old military field. Old military field. Nothing's parked next to each other. I don't know which one that one is. No, it's not even on here. So, well, those ones that we're not going to tell you about. You can see it, but we're not going to tell you. Should look on my 750, see if it says in there. Oh, I'm in the 1000. Fuck. That's got a big outer area. Look at the outer perimeter on that thing. That's been blocked out big time. It might be active by looking at it. It might be part of a weapons range. It's pretty well locked out. It may very well be part of a weapons range because we are in the weapon range now. You might be very right. It might be shit they attack. You could be very right on that one. I didn't think of that. That they practice sending missiles and shit at. That would also be why it wouldn't be listed on any maps as an airport that you could possibly land at in an emergency. Hey, thanks for flying along, Bruden. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your food and your TV. You have the perfect... Yeah, you can bomb with your plane. Well, not the one you got now, but the other one. I love all the stuff you can find as you're flying around. B-21 Raider bomb runs. That's what we should have flown here, but the flight had been over too fast. The different AAA SAM systems and the hangars, planes, etc. to what you would see on the radar screen. Probably. Very probably that's what it was done. They build entire cities and shit. Oh crap, what rabbit? Cthulhu, what crap? Oh crap, what rabbit hole you got me going down watching Obama Trump buy defects. I'll tell you, the one with the Minecraft one of them is freaking hilarious. I was rolling when he posted that one the other day. I don't know who made them up, but oh my god, they are funny. Hard to stop, right? That right there is probably something very similar. Those are probably different. You shoot a missile into here and see where it lands, or some sort of calibration thing. I'll bet right there. Or testing anti-missile systems. Okay. Oh, I know my PC crashed desktop. There's an NVIDIA update I've got. I pressed OK thinking I was shutting his screen, but it says, okay, go ahead and install. I think the radar is a stealth. No radar signature. In fact, it takes away any radar signatures if the radar is in range. Wouldn't that be something? When my aunt worked out at Edwards Air Force Base, back when they were working on Half Blue, the guy that worked there that invented the skin, the radar absorbing skin for the original aircraft, coated his Corvette with it. They used to tell the story that when he'd go flying by the cops and they'd see him tapping their radar guns because they wouldn't get a signal off the Corvette. That the radar would just, it'd suck up most of the radar and he couldn't get a signal back. When he said, I could go by them at 80 and they'd just be tapping on their radar guns. You might go AMD for the next PC. Won't combust. I'm going to go with whatever the hell they have. I'm going to see which one has the best performance specs, and that's what I'm going with. Because like right now, the AMD video cards are really performing well on some games. They're outperforming on some games and underperforming on others. Now, there's a blurred out spot they don't want you to see. Oh, can't see what's there. We'll make that go away. And then you're going to find when we're up here into the white sands, some of the areas, the whole place, I don't know why the AI did it or if the government made them do it or what, but the entire thing is covered in buildings, which aren't there. You okay there, Reaper? Looked like I saw you going into the ground there. Ring your bell? That's the actual town of White Sands Airport over here. I'm good. Okay. Don't the stealths reduce your signature and not make you completely invisible? I think many people get confused. Instead of being seen as 40 miles, you see it. No, actually, really interesting is that they make your cross section tiny, like because the radar waves don't come back. Like the old F-117 had a radar signature the size of a crow. And apparently the new Raider, something stupid like a chickadee or sparrow, that's all the radar that comes back is that whole great big plane. The only radar that makes it back to the receiver is the size of a freaking sparrow. It's a pretty sick ship. And birds are filtered out so they don't see it. You can't use radar locking missiles on them. Heat seeking is about the only thing that works for guns if you can see them. The U.S. in their infinite wisdom, Half Blue had a paint scheme that made it almost impossible to see with the naked eye. No, I turned it off because it was getting too dark and it was going to be rainy up here and I didn't want to fly in the rain. I wanted to see all the cool colors and shit in the desert. Well, it worked good on the Corvette because of the shapes of the Corvette. Doesn't have a lot of flat surfaces. They also say MX-5s are tough to get a radar on from the front. The old ones, because the way they're all rounded off and shit. Even with calm winds, we're getting some buffeting over that, off the desert. Want to see the live weather? Whoa! Yeah, there's a hell of a rainstorm out here. It depends on it. Half the country thinks they should have shot the freaking plane down. The other half's like, oh, don't start a war. I think the next one they should send up with a couple sidewinders on it and just say, hey, as a message that, look, you do it again, we're going to shoot your ass down. Because they were doing some strange shit for several weeks, I guess, trying to dump fuel, use their fuel dumps to cover the drone with fuel. things like that. And it is in international waters. That is an active war, regardless. You took down an aircraft in international waters, international airspace, with another aircraft. So, I don't know. I don't think it's going to amount to anything other than a little shouting match back and forth, and we'll ignore it because nobody wants to risk a war with Russia. So, be right back. I need a PC restart. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, you'll start to see buildings just scattered all over the place. I think that's what they had the AI do to cover up shit out here. We'll keep the live weather on for a little while, as long as we don't get too rainy. Shadow with F-22, then warn them with takedown. Yeah. Well, the Reaper drone can carry Sidewinders. Yeah, it's what sounded like what they were trying to do. But the Reaper can carry air-to-air missiles. It's already rigged for it. So if I was in charge when they started that shit weeks ago, I would have sent one up with Sidewinders on it. And as soon as they got close, I'd have locked them up. They'd have realized that, whoops, they're not playing. Yeehaw! There's quite a storm out here in the desert. Flash floods all over the place. It also sounds like they're very inexperienced pilots, which is kind of par for the course because most of their experienced pilots are either dead or captured. Because most pilots wouldn't be stupid enough to get their nose close enough to a prop to bring it down, because it would bring you down too. So, this is what it is, I guess. I don't think anything will become of it, other than a little shouting match. Let's be honest here. We got a president that has no balls whatsoever and is being ruled by China because he owes them. They gave his family so much money. The Chinese government's given him so much money, he can't go against them much. He's already lifted sanctions on them. He's done all kinds of shit to favor them because of how much money they gave his family. So, you know, they can get away with it because he's not going to do anything. Dropping chaff into the flight path. Just drop a whole bunch of nails in the flight path and suck them in the engines. I don't know what happened. The engine just came apart. Must be poor maintenance. We're almost into the actual white sands. This is a civilian airport. Very difficult to get into because you have to come in literally off this side here, and if you circle around to make a mistake, you're in deep shit. So you want to know your shit if you're coming into this airport. And of course that closes as well with the tests. And what's really neat is this Air Force base right here. Holloman Air Force Base actually has 2 Air Force bases. Both of these are KHOL. Hello, Jerry. Now to shoot the bastards down. Sorry, you're trying to crash something with people in it. Just shoot them down. But both of these are actually KHOL Airport. One of the only airports in the world that has 2 totally separate locations separated by miles. And I hope you're well, Jerry. Hope the world finds you good. It's live weather, not line time. It's got to be nighttime. I'm going to be shutting the live weather back off in a minute. There is a massive storm in the desert. But we want to see the actual national park coming up. They say the average depth of that shit is what, 30 feet of gypsum? And some dunes are as tall as 18 meters, 60 feet. The sand runs at a depth of average depth of 30 feet or 9 meters. There's 4.1 billion metric tons of gypsum out here. In 12,000 years ago, it had lakes and streams and ice age mammals and blah blah blah. That's where they found the Paleo Indians 12,000 years ago. They found their footprints. They didn't find them 12,000 years ago. They found them recently. It was originally a national monument and then became a national park later in life. And it's a World Heritage Site, which has caused all kinds of issues. Bill Clinton turned over all of our national parks to World Heritage Sites, including this one. When it was a national, whatever, before it was a national park, he gave control of it to the UN, and it's in the middle of one of our missile bases. So that caused quite an uproar. Afghanistan, the border, fentanyl, COVID response, the list goes on with the fuck-ups of this, says, heck, my electric bill is 10x what it was a year ago. Thanks, going belly up. Yeah. In a game sim that's also used by military training schools, command mode, modern operations. I love it. Have a scenario. Has the Queen Elizabeth carrier doing freedom of navigation itself, trying to see. It's great fun, not shooting anything. Look at this. This is a freaking pisser of a cloud, isn't it? Raining in the desert. Oh, a little stutter. Alright, I'm going to put the weather back to I don't like that it goes to Arctic chill as a default when you click it now. I don't like that at all. I gotta figure out a way to set that. And not promoting, well, I'm promoting it, but I don't get paid by them. But the Weather Presets Pro has a million weather settings, and they're fantastic. Every one of them. No business should get a bailout for any reason, because look, if you go under, it's because of poor management, not because of, you know, you mismanaged it, you go belly up. That's what it is. It is what it is. You waste your money on shit, you lose, you go under. This ain't getting a wobble in it. But no more politics. We have enough shit going on as it is. These lakes are full most of the year. It's really full right now if it's raining, or it will be within the next hour or so. Yeah, it was just, I don't know why the wings were wiggling like that, but yeah. Cruising along at a nice high speed Cessna 172. Reaper's just having a ball screaming around these areas. He's the only one that wouldn't be shot down. The rest of us would just be little smoldering dots down there on the ground. Yeah. National Park is located entirely inside the missile range, but they let you use it. That's the best part. You can go out and hang out and hike and slide down the sand dunes and all kinds of shit. But you can't fly drones. Can't fly kites, can't fly anything. They do go sledding. I think I said that. They actually take toboggans and sleds, toboggans, snowboards, and actually go down some of the dunes. Even though they're only 60 foot, they're not real big dunes. They're good. They're not like you get some of the big giant dunes where you can actually ski and snowboard down those things. These are 60 foot. It's not really fun. The cargo launch today? Was that today? That was earlier today, the cargo launch. I try not to miss them. Amazed how they make that look so damn easy. I'll tell you what, you can totally break a leg in a 60-foot dune. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I try not to miss any launch. I like to watch most launches because they do make it. Yeah, and then when you realize that if you scale it down to the equivalent of what they're doing, it's like taking a pencil, throwing it over the Empire State Building, and landing it on its eraser on a postage stamp. It's literally what they're doing. Yeah, well, last year they managed to do one a week average. And they were 10 times the entire rest of the world put together. 10 times the amount, something crazy like that. It was insane. Or 5 times the amount. I don't remember what it was. It was a crazy number. Hope they don't get complacent, mess up. I don't think you're going to do that, but the one thing I'd like to know is what are we know the boosters were only supposed to be good for 10 and now some are at 15 flights, but I want to know how the engines are lasting. I want to know how long, what's the engine that's gone the most tries without having to be rebuilt or having an issue. Yeah, how good they are landing the boosters on the ships. It's crazy. That's why everybody's like, oh, they're never going to be able to catch that big one. Why the hell not? It's even easier. It's not moving. The tower it's going to land at's not moving. They land on a little bitty ass ship out in the middle of nowhere that's pitching up and down, moving around. They can do that. They're going to be able to grab it from that tower. I have no doubts they'll be able to grab it. Yeah, they might blow up a couple trying to, but it's only a matter of time before they're going to nail that every time. They're shielding right now. Is what they're doing at this very moment. They're shielding the launch pad because 33 engines are going to, if they didn't put that metal shielding down, 33 engines would probably pretty much vaporize everything that was there. Yeah, they make it look easy and I couldn't land on the moon. Absolutely right. You are absolutely right on that one. Yet they can turn around and land a rocket on a moving ship. It's very true. Instead of SpaceX, I'll have to call myself Space G. Like I said, as you will start to see to cover up some of their things, these are all buildings according to the AI. I think either the government gave them said, look, put in buildings to cover up our shit, or I don't know what, but yeah, there's these giant buildings all over certain parts of this desert. Well, it is kind of salt flats. It's just not salt, it's gypsum. Basically the same thing, different material. There goes Gunner, screaming by. Oh, that's Mr. Shondale. Welcome back, Sean. Potato, tomato. I still have trouble recognizing tomatoes as fruit. Looks like Mr. Sean Dale's up there checking out the other airport. Like I said, there's an airport here and an airport here, and they're both Holloman Air Force Base airport. They both have the same call sign. They're considered the same base. It's separated by quite a few miles. Yeah. Well, that's an actual building. You can tell because there's a road to it. But most of this shit's all stuff they don't want you to see. Not quite sure why, but they don't want us to see it, so they just stuck buildings on all of it. You never had tomatoes and ice cream? Oh, that sounds like absolutely disgusting. There's culinary fruit, then there's botanical fruit. Give me a bowl of cucumber, bell pepper, and tomato and call it fruit salad. You may get slapped. True that. Oh man, if any of you guys had those, I got a whole big thing I'm sitting over here waiting for the stream to end so I can eat a whole shitload of them. These cotton candy grapes. Oh my god, you bite into them, taste just like cotton candy. They're so good. They're a fairly new breed of grapes. Only the last few years they've come out. They keep hybriding them for flavor instead of wine. Eating grapes, and oh my god, they're good. So if you haven't had them yet and you know where to get them, they're fantastic. Run out and grab some if you get a chance. All this shit's for over the years. All runways. I'm sure these were all for practicing missile shits, hits and stuff, and attacks. So this is the other part of Holloman Air Force Base. My autopilot's like, it's not smooth at all. I'm having all kinds of shit trouble. I'm gonna reload tomorrow. I'm gonna rip out the, I'm gonna re-download the PMS 50 and the Twin Navion and reload them. See if that doesn't fix some of this issues. Ever heard of cotton candy grapes before? I've had an apple. I think it's called snow apple. Tastes like white cane sugar shaped into an apple. Ooh. If they ever make it national, I don't know if they will. But there's a new apple here that's it's like going on its 4th or 5th year here. It's called the Snapdragon. Oh my god, they're good. There's so much flavor in them. It's incredible, and they're super sweet. Aluminum Ace. Oh, and really, here's an interesting thing for all you people who say aluminium. I know people love to say, well, that's how the founder would have said it. Actually, they found a thing where he wrote out pronunciation. They found one of his original papers where he wrote out the pronunciation of it, and it's aluminum. Just putting that out there. And they found out the original founder of it said aluminum, not aluminium. No, there's that. Snow peas. Oh, no. No peas. Nope. Not this boy. Cold day in hell when I eat peas. Fucking hate peas. Can't stand them. Ugh. Fuck that. You have no flight plan and you're out front. That's okay. You're good. I go slower than death with this thing. British say it aluminium. Most of Europe calls it aluminium. But somebody decided to look up his original scientific papers on the discovery, and he says aluminum. That's like people who call it GIF instead of JIF. They're like, well, it's spelled that. Right, but it is pronounced aluminum. Holidays of rice, peas, corn, soy sauce, various shelf stable. Yeah, no thanks. I don't eat peas. But if, like I said, the whole GIF GIF thing, if somebody finally talked down to the guy that invented it and asked him which one it was, well, it's GIF. So if you're ever curious, it's actually GIF, not GIF, because I think the guy that invented it knows the proper way to say it, because he's the one that, well, invented it. Oh, that's okay. Those Brits think they're fooling us with calling biscuit or cookies biscuits so they can eat tea and biscuits. They don't want us thinking they're having cookies all day. They didn't say it was good food. It was shelf stable, little Alaskan staple food, or starve. Well, he's flying the Concorde. He'll be getting out of here quick. So that is White Sands National Park. The actual White Sands part of it, the dunes. There's the major dunes. And more fake buildings. That's probably one of the main roads out to it. Not a fan of peas. I like the soy sauce and the rice, the corn. Why are you not dead? Oh, the shelf stable food probably have results. I saw the dumbest thing today, and of course it's not dumb. Somebody's got some really good marketing skills, but I saw an ad today for 100 all organic maple syrup. There's only one fucking way to make maple syrup. That's it. Sap comes out of the tree, you boil it. There's no way for it to be. There's no pesticides in any of it, ever. There's no such thing as organic maple syrup. Somebody made it up and called it that, and they're selling it for like $10 a gallon more. It's nothing more than what they named it. Making chicken and rice was tomorrow with some soy sauce. That sounds good. Sounds really good. Yeah, look at my autopilot freak out when it's trying to make a turn. Yeah, the gods are pissed at me for sure. Buy from the Canadians. Why when it's made down the street? But they were selling it as frigging organic maple syrup. It's like you can't get inorganic maple syrup. You can't get, like, makes no sense. There's Holloman Air Force Base, the main runways for that. I have been going to the same sugar house every year since That's probably 18 that I've been home. At Sanger Sugar House, and they have a pancake dinner. They have a pancake breakfast. It goes on all day long. And you're going to get pancakes and sausage and fresh maple syrup, like right warm in pitchers right out of the boilers. Oh, the only time of the year I eat maple syrup. The rest of the time I eat fake stuff. But I go up there once a year, and I called this year to find out what day it was, and the guy's like, "Oh, we're not having it anymore." Because it was for charity, and the charity they were doing it for is no longer around. What country? He's in Pennsylvania. PA, Pennsylvania. Yeah, so suppose we ought to start looking for the airport. Why can I always see every sucking airport except for the one I'm going to land at? Oh, maple syrup dock. I can't get enough of it. I love it. Well, if I thought I could send you half gallons right now is only 25 bucks. Half gallon's only 25 bucks right now. Because the maple syrup has been running for like 2 months straight. It's insane how much syrup they have this year, how much sap they got this year. Because it gets really warm at the wrong time of year, and then it gets cold again. It gets really warm and cold and really warm and cold. So the sap's been running half this winter. So it's actually down to 25 bucks a gallon or a half gallon. No. They sell it. This is not mine. I've made it. I've made it myself. My old house in Keysville had maple syrup, had a big maple tree out back. And one giant tree would get enough for about a gallon of syrup just from one tree. I swear to God, my eyes are shit. There's the runway. Go ahead and shut the autopilot off. Stop those chattery turns. What's that? More stuff they fuzzed out? Or just stuff that's loading odd again? Hard telling. Oh, the big military airport over there? Yeah. See, there would definitely be better to land at. It's got a little cutout here where we can land, not get shot down. They have buckets hanging from trees with a line running into it. Tap, they take it and process it and sell it. Then they have this huge breakfast. Yeah, like I said, the breakfast that I used to go to, shit would be hot right out of the evaporators. They put in these metal things right on your table. Oh God, it was so good. You know what's going on with Flight Sim CO? Creators are not putting updates to their stuff anymore. Gunner knows more about that than I do. I'm not sure exactly. I think they tried to take ownership of everything that was up on there. So it was really weird shit going on in there. I guess they backed down on it or backtracked on it. I know, I want pancakes now too. But instead I'm going to be stuck with my grapes. You know, pancakes are like the easiest thing in the world to make. I think that's how the wording was on their stuff. It made it look like they were taking ownership of it. And then going to split the ad revenue up or some crazy shit. I don't know. You'd have to talk to Gunner more about that. I just know what I was hearing the echoes of because I didn't dig into it deeply. I do know they did backtrack the language of it, so. Oh, Hasbro's killing Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know how the hell they ever got their hands on it or why. I think that you're right on it. You're hitting it right there. This is while I finished eating. I want pancakes, maple syrup too. Yeah, I'm getting you a maple care package here. As soon as I go up to the thing, I think next week I'm going up to the sugar house. When I do, I'll grab your maple stuff, get it out to you. Oh, a little bounce there, Reaper. No pressure. I'm going to do the same thing if I'm not paying attention. I'm going to float the entire runway. Oh, yeah, it's going to bounce. Yes, even the wheel chirps have changed with that mod. Like every sound in this was changed. I think it was along the lines of somebody in the that works there said, "I've got a great idea. We'll take and make everything ours, and that way we can charge people and then give them some money from the ad revenue or whatever." I thought they thought it was a great idea, but they didn't realize people are going to be absolutely ripshit pissed off if you try to take ownership of their stuff. Even a sim can't park properly. It's supposed to be the other way on that T. I don't know. I didn't, like I said, I didn't follow it real close. I just know a couple of developers told me and were saying they had issues with. Hey, my plane matches the markings. Oh, there we go. That was White Sands National Park. Next week we're going to have we will be flying the Twin Navion. This file will remain on the site if uploaded and devs thought they were losing ownership. I don't know, but whatever it was, they backed down on some of it. I did hear that. So thank Reaper, Gunner, Mr. Shawndale, Mr. Rudin for flying along. Did I miss anybody who was flying with us? I got Mr. Dale, Mr. Reaper. I think we got every Chris for flying along yesterday when I couldn't make it. He flew it yesterday. Sadly, I couldn't make it. Power's out for 7 whole hours. And next week, I forgot what we're going to next week. I think next week is the Saguaro National Park. I think. I'm not sure. I think it's with the saguaro cactuses. And believe it or not, they actually put the saguaro cactuses in the simulator. They're actually there. So that was kind of cool. Some of my aircraft links now go to deleted files. I hated using mods, had dependencies, which other dependencies, yeah, even Minecraft that ends up being an issue. So, like I said, I think it's Saguaro National Park, and they did put the saguaro cactuses in the national park, which I thought was a really nice touch on behalf of Microsoft and Asobo. So I think that's where we're headed next week. We also got round the world flight tomorrow, the last flight in the Velocity. Do you have my livery? I don't see it on the plane, but I only see the default on both of yours, which I don't know why. I had mine out today, so not quite sure why that is. But it does that sometime. It was in the wording, but they have since backtracked on that. It was in the acceptance agreements of 434. They messed up, pissing off all kinds of devs, and even took GF off the site. Great place to chat. Take care. Smile to everyone. Happy birthday again, Mr. Sean. Sorry, day late. Yesterday was a mess. So no more got friends on FlightSim.to. Okay. Well, on that note, guys, tomorrow night, around the world flight. Friday night, I'm killing Kerbals. And then, who knows what for the weekend if something pops up or if I... Oh, Sunday, new stream. Yeah, Gaming Wombat. Thanks, Sunday, new stream. I'm going to be multi-stream with Gaming Wombat and one other in Sons of the Forest. We're going to do a multi-stream, see how we do getting killed and not dying. And that's going to be Sunday at 6:30 my time. So that's kicking off. See how that goes. And thanks everybody for showing up in chat. We had, just everybody. There's a lot of people now. I'm really happy to start. Things are going really well with the number of people. We had Gunner, Gammy Wombat, Mr. Zenon, Solus, Mr. Sean Dale, William Kelly, Rudin the Great. And I think Kalula Head's here. My whole thing just crapped out over here. Mr. Brett Plays. I already said Mr. Sean Dale, the birthday boy. I think I got everybody. Did I miss anybody? Jerry B. Can't forget Jerry. And Reaper showed up in chat as well. I think I covered everybody. If I missed you, I'm sorry. If I missed you, yell at me later. Call me a name. Call me an asshole. Until next time, guys. Thanks for coming out. And fuck. I'm just tired. Until next time. Thanks for putting up with my shit. Take care of each other and yourself. And I'm out of here. I think I know the right button. There's a big button now that says end stream. So watch this. Hot!